What is the hardest thing to set up in an online business? That is what I am here to answer in this video. Again, what is the hardest thing to set up in an online business? So in my own opinion, and after almost a decade of working with many consultants, trainers, and coaches, I believe the most difficult thing to do in any type of online business is just getting started. Just getting started, getting off the ground, making your first sales, getting your first testimonials. That's really the hardest part when it comes to building your online business. I know once you get that, and once you have some kind of experience and you have testimonials or social proof, things get easier. That's the truth. Things get much easier. But getting to that point can really be really tough. So what we are going to learn in this video is how to actually build a warm audience that you can sell to that will turn around the game for you. You are going to realize it's going to be much easier for you to actually not just get started, but to fly with your business once you get this right. Why is this the case? The reason we want to do that is because you see, a warm audience, because we are talking about strategy of audience in 2024. But you see, the thing about a warm audience that it's much more likely to buy than a cold audience. All the time, a warm audience is much likely to buy than a cold audience, especially if you don't have testimonials or social proof or things like that. That is why it is important. I think I could qualify it as really very important to build the warm audience first. Why? Where the know, like, and trust factor is high, and you don't really have to have testimonials and social proof to sell to. Because remember, when you are just starting, because we are saying, what's that hardest thing? When you're just starting, you still don't have testimonials. You have not yet worked with someone, or you've not worked with people who can give you screenshotable testimonials. Sometimes maybe you had worked with some individuals, but that was physically. But as far as online is concerned, you don't have anything to prove that you have done that. So that is why I suggest start with building a warm audience. It's very important. The second thing this warm audience is going to do, it will also allow you to, like I said, to get sales without testimonials or without social proof. And the other thing is it will allow you to get the testimonials and social proof that you need from that warm audience, so that later on you can now market to a cold audience and be very successful with it. So if you look at it, or if you try to understand it, everything about your business, your online business, is really about it's really about you building a warm audience. Okay, so what is this process like? Because we are looking at that audience strategy in 2024. So what is this thing like? What is the process like? If I were to give you a bird's eye view, I'm going to take into details later on. But the first thing that if we are to just capture it, if you are to build that image of it in your mind, what do you need? The first thing to be successful with building out an audience is you are going to have to create a community, maybe a Facebook group, maybe a YouTube community, but I would prefer a Facebook group for our for this video and for this strategy. Okay, so you're supposed to create a Facebook group. And that Facebook group must be centered around the goal that your audience wants to achieve. That is very key and very important. And then once we've created that Facebook group, created around, meaning it's created around the goal that your audience, not what you want to do, but the goal your audience wants to achieve. That means you need to know the tangible, quantifiable goal or result that your target audience wants to achieve. Then, after that, you are going to create a lead magnet. You're going to create a lead magnet. That lead magnet, this will attract to you your target audience. And also, this lead magnet that you've created will also be focused on the goal that your target audience wants to achieve. So you can realize that everything about you getting started is about the goal. You have to have clarity about the goal that your target audience wants to achieve. Then from that lead magnet, we are going to direct your target audience to your Facebook group. That lead magnet that you've created, again, if you're saying, okay, what's a lead magnet, Richard? Okay, lead magnet is something of value that your client is willing to pay, that you decide to give them for free in exchange of their contact. In exchange of their contact information. That is what a lead magnet is. So in that lead magnet, I said, we let us say maybe you wrote up, came up with an ebook. In that ebook, we are going to have a link that will direct them to the Facebook group. So what we are going to do is we are going to offer people a free lead magnet, a free resource, a free maybe PDF download, something that has high perceived value that they can't just Google or they can't just find it in the internet. So we shall offer that for free, but in exchange, we shall ask them for their contact information. You get this? So I give you something, but in exchange, you give me your contact information. I remember and we're back at school, they used to tell us that if you want to be able to preach the gospel the fastest, invite a friend, buy for them at least a bottle of soda, so that in exchange for the bottle of soda, they will hear the gospel. And guess what? Because they have consumed your free resource, they are now going to say, okay, now let me give my life to Christ. But that was a little bit fun. Though it used to work, just that at that time, we did not have the resources to keep on using it to work. But you get the idea. You give something of value for free, but in exchange, you're asking someone for their contact. And that contact includes the contact information. I mean, it includes their name, include their email, and maybe their phone number. And so within that lead magnet and in all the other places, what we want to do is we want to redirect people to your Facebook group, to this community. Now, why I've been talking about Facebook group. Now, within the Facebook group, you are going to nurture that audience that you're building. What do I mean by nurturing? You are going to be creating content, maybe 3 to 5 times a week, and then engage with people in there and help them to achieve their goals. That is what we are going to do. So I thought that I would pull out maybe a pictorial, if I could. So let me be able to share my screen. Guys, I think I can do this. So just a minute, so that you can see what I am talking about. I think you will love it because it will be much more. Okay, let's make it big. Okay, I think that. Okay, so all right. So there you are. I think this will be much better. Okay, but let me just see. It seems okay. Oh, okay. So guys, all right. Okay, I'm just going to have it there. The other one wasn't working, was a little bit disturbing me. But okay, so I wanted to bring a pictorial view of why this is important. So the point here is why, okay, what are you looking at? What you're looking at is a picture of what we want to achieve. Of course, there is more to this than just these things that you're seeing. But basically, what we are doing here, as you can be able to see, but I think I could. Okay, all right. I think this is so. We are going to start. Let's first go through this quickly, and then once we go through this, then we can go and explain to us in details and all that. But so look at this. We are going to start here. Set up your personal, may not be Facebook, but all your okay, Facebook profile, because we are targeting the group, but then other profiles, we set it up, we optimize it, meaning that we want to be able to set it in that it solves the problem. It helps your clients to achieve the goal. So it's created around the goal that your audience wants to achieve. So once we've said that, then we begin either putting up a post or we run ads. Now, you see, just from the personal profile here, personal FB profile or other profiles, the whole thing takes you to your Facebook group, you see? So the first arrow goes. So it means that in your profile, there will have to be a link that takes people to the group. But then in the profile, you are going to post Either you're going to put either the post or you're going to run ads. So that ad, you see, the post goes to a lead magnet. Okay, the post is about this lead magnet. Now, once they opt in to get the lead magnet, in the thank you page, we are going to tell them, okay, thank you for downloading this or showing interest and downloading this or lead magnet. But as you wait, I'm inviting you to join my Facebook group where I do maybe 2 to 3 times trainings around that particular goal that your lead magnet is promising. You see, so as they are waiting for it, you invite them, and so that invitation is you're offering them a link to still the Facebook group. Now, once they opt in for the lead magnet, they're going to get an email. So that email also, even in that email, the welcome email, that's okay, welcome, the email that is going to have the link to the lead magnet, even that email will still have the link to call them to join the Facebook group. Then in the lead magnet itself, it will also be taking them to the Facebook group. So as you can see, everything around our strategy really goes to the Facebook group, all right? So I wanted to make that clear, and I think we could as well just so that, okay, I looked your face, you looked my face, we take this. So I wanted to bring a picture so that it makes more sense than me talking without that picture. So what did I say concerning the picture? Quickly, we create a post or an ad that's going to lead people to the lead magnet. And then we invite them to download it. And then as they opt in, as they download, it will take them to the thank you page that will say, hey, your download is on the way. While you wait, why don't you join my Facebook group? And in my Facebook group, I do ABC. So, that's going to lead them to your Facebook group, which I've already explained. You already see how the arrows were going. And so even in the email list, still you're going to send them a welcome email. And then in that welcoming email, you're going to give them a link to download the lead magnet. And it's going to invite them still to the Facebook group. And in the lead magnet itself, is still going to end up in the Facebook group. So basically everywhere they go, you are directing them to a Facebook group. Now, as you will set up the Facebook group in your personal profile, and all the other social media profiles still direct people to the Facebook group. Then within that Facebook group, you are going to engage your audience there. You are going to nurture your audience there. You are going to build this know, like, and trust trust factor, and also build rapport. Now that process is what we call building up a warm audience. That is the strategy for 2024. And then at some point, later you'll be able to promote and then sell your offer. Maybe your core offer or whatever it is, maybe a challenge or whatever it is. At that point, at a later stage, that's after building them, after building the know, like, and trust factor, after warming them up. So you will be able then to launch your course or your coaching program or whatever it is that you have that you want to sell. So ideally, that is how 2024 should look at. Why does this work? Why is my strategy? Why am I saying this is the audience growth strategy in 2024? First is that it attracts a target audience. You see, that lead magnet, as you run ads, you are targeting your audience. So it attracts a targeted audience. For example, if they're talking about, if this lead magnet is talking about helping a woman to be able to regain her, maybe to be able to fit in her wedding clothes again, I, as a man, it's not going to attract me. It's not going to attract me. I'll just know this for me, women. You get it? So it builds a targeted audience. And then the other reason is it builds your email list. So not only are you inviting them and you're going to engage them on the Facebook group or the community or YouTube community or whatever it is, but also you're building your email list, which is much secure, by the way, because now you're taking traffic that you control, and then, or that you don't control, I mean, and then you're turning them into traffic that you own. And that's the only safety net in your business. I mean, your email list, because that traffic you own. If something ever happens to Facebook, or Facebook closes your group or your page, it shuts down your ad account, you'll always have the email list, and you'll always be able to market to your email list as long as you are collecting those emails. So emails, your email list is your biggest asset. And then the other thing also, it also grows a captive audience on Facebook. I know, yes, Facebook and the social media platforms may be a little bit corrupt, but still, it's the best place to market your business, because most people are spending their time on social media. And so it gives us the best tools to actually market to our audience. Now, within the Facebook group, as I've said, it then gives you this opportunity to learn about your audience. As you are engaging with your audience, as you're warming up your audience, you're going to know what are they struggling with. You're going to know what are the questions they have. Because, for example, as they're joining your Facebook group, you can put in the membership question. One of the questions could actually be, what are they struggling? What has been their struggles as pertaining to achieving the goal that you're promising? So in this case, you can know what they're struggling with. You can know what their questions are. You can know what are the solutions that they're looking for, where they are at their business or their life. What are they? So you can ask all these questions. And when you learn these things, you can then tailor your marketing specifically towards the people that you are attracting, which is really powerful. And it also allows you to get feedback on your content and your training, your concepts. You see, if people understand what you're training, in other words, you're now going to understand, are people getting it? Is it relevant to them? The stuff that you're putting up, does this really resonate with them? I'm talking about having them in this community. So you learn the stuff when you create content and when you engage with your audience. It also gives you a chance to get testimonials before even launching anything. So if you teach a concept in a video, on a post in your Facebook group, you use that opportunity to say, hey, tell me what you think. Do you find this helpful? Or what would you say to other people that are considering to join this group? Or, you ask for feedback, and then when people leave those comments, those are the testimonials that you can use in your marketing, or maybe in your webinars, in your registration page, in your thank you page, in your sales page. So those are testimonials. So what are the steps as we're closing this? 2024, your audience growth strategy is this. Here are the steps that we're going to take in order for us to set up everything. And we are going to, you need to really understand this step by step and set it up. Number one is we need to create a Facebook group or a community. You need to have a community where you're going to nurture these guys, all right? And then the other thing is you are going to direct or redirect all your socials or everything to your Facebook group. Basically, you're going to create a simple URL that you can use in your social media profiles for people to get in there. Or you don't want to give them something very, 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 very long. Next, you're going to have to create a lead magnet. All right. After setting up your Facebook group, you're going to have to build a lead magnet. After that, you're going to have to create a funnel where people can opt in to get the lead magnet. Then you're going to upload that lead magnet to that funnel. Maybe it's ClickFunnels or whatever it is, so that people have a place to download it. And so you have to have a place to upload it somewhere so that people can download it. All right. Then you have to create, of course, your email automation system. Maybe you're using ActiveCampaign automation or whatever it is. Then you're going to take a link for that lead magnet, and then then you're going to take the link for the lead magnet opt-in page, that thing, and then you're going to add it in your membership questions in your Facebook. Like, I said, when people are joining Facebook, maybe you can ask them some questions. And so one of the questions is going to be, hey, did you download the lead magnet? So if they say no, then let that link be there. And then lastly, definitely you have to optimize all your social media profiles to direct people to this Facebook group. So if you set up this, you are going to have a community that is ready to be engaged. And if you can engage, then I can guarantee you, you have a community to sell to. And if you have a community to sell to, I can guarantee you that you are ready to just get your business off and flying. And if it's flying, then guess what? 2024 will be the best year. So in between, make sure that please do the work of setting this up. If you can set this up, then I will see you on top. Let me see you in the next video as we continue to learn how to basically put our businesses and grow our influence in 2024.